Welcome to the Swimming from Home talk show. I'm here with Sergio Lopez, head coach for Virginia Tech. So you had the women's and the men's ACCs. That was the last time SwimSwam spoke with you, at least. Uh,
Yes.
how did you feel about how those two meets went for you?
I think they went pretty well. Uh, everybody talks about we're in a building process, but yeah, we're in a building process. It's been 18 months since we got here. Uh, we're trying to build on the tradition of Virginia Tech and get better. Uh, our men were better on the rankings than the women, but internally, if you look at the progression of things, how the groups, the people, the thought process, I think we're in a really good spot. I think, um, we talk about mathematics rules the world. If you do some math, you can see, and you look at some math and how the team has evolved with the thought process, you can see that we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah,
So,
that's great.
yeah, can't
And so,
complain.
so after the ACC meets, can you take me through kind of that week, basically up until NCAA's was canceled?
Well, we were training. We had a group of kids that prepare for the last chance meet and for the men's last chance meet, and another group that went to the NIC, the National Invitational Championships. And we would just keep moving forward with people. Some people took the 7 days off, the mandatory 7 days off, and probably more time off because they wanted to get, you know, catch up with the classes and all that. So our team was moving forward like every other team in the country. It was pretty good. I thought that we had a pretty good environment, and our divers did very well at zones. So we had two girls qualified. The last year we only had one, so that was exciting, and our guys did pretty well too. So yeah, we were happy.
Yeah. And so, I mean, how that week when everything was just changing hour to hour, what was your response to that? How are you handling that?
I think we just tried to learn like everybody else what was possible to do, and we try. One of the things that we talk with the kids in the team is, and every coach is trying to do the same thing. It's about life lessons, and I always tell the kids that what defines us in life is not the result of something, but it's how we react to whatever situation life throws at us. And this is one of those points, like this is not just about us, it's about everybody. This season has been a very hard season for us, and probably a lot of people had the same thing. And who knows if this is related to this virus or not, but in November we already had one day 21 people one day with fevers between
Oh my
90
gosh.
between 90 something and 103.
Yeah.
Uh, in 1 week we had one week we had people. I think out of the 70 something people in the team, we only had 40 something during that week at practice because of either high fevers, very hard time breathing. Even during the technotational that we have, the last chance meet, 12 of our kids were sent home
Oh my
because
gosh.
so we've been dealing with that through the whole season. And it's been, when you have to send at the last chance meet for a kid as a senior home without a chance to swim and their parents are in the stands, that was pretty hard. So we already went through something like that through the whole season. And I think many teams have had situations like that when somebody gets mono on this. But as a group, we had a lot of sickness. Like one of our swimmers, Blake Manoff, didn't go to the Ohio State Invitational because he was really sick with fevers and things like that.
Yeah.
So I think I think the team is taking it pretty well. They're disappointed like everybody else, but I think it's like we look at the positives of the negatives. We're healthy. Look at we keep moving forward. You know, our school really embrace us, so why not? You know.
Yeah. So what is your situation now? Has the team gone home?
Absolutely. Like right after all this happened, we didn't know how before the ACC put the restrictions and all that. All most of our kids, besides a couple, they had foreign Olympic trials.
Okay.
Uh, Took the 7 days mandatory off. They went home. Uh, our team from the NIC got canceled one day, so they came back, and we had a team meeting with whoever was here, and most of them went home. I don't think anybody stayed here from the college team, besides one or two. They have foreign trials. In the next following days, some of those trials got canceled, so they took the time off, and they've been off. We don't have any. Our facilities are closed, so we don't have a place to train per team. Plus, also we gotta follow the guidelines with the college kids that the ACC and the school has given us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So how has your role changed? Like, for instance, yesterday or today, like what is you being the head coach mean for you?
Well,
how are you staying busy?
Well, for me, I still have a group of postgrads that we found a private pool, and we're following the guidelines. We have other people from other teams, but we don't have more than 8 people at the pool at a time. So I've been able to do some of the coaching. It takes me over an hour and 15 minutes, 20 minutes to get to that pool from my house. But
Wow.
some of these kids, that some of those countries still, and the Olympics haven't been postponed or canceled. As long as we have a place that we can be safe, because I get out of the house, I go to the pool, I don't touch those kids, but there's only 8 people.
Yep.
And we get out, and I go home. Also, for me, I don't know if you knew, but I had an accident at the ACC meet when I walked in. Yeah, so they had to put 5 screws in a plate. I broke my ankle pretty bad.
Okay.
So I had surgery, and I've been trying to recover with all that. So I'm also very limited with what I can do, but it's been good. We the same thing that I told you at the beginning. We take one thing at a time. We're trying to be positive with the chance that we have of doing anything. And,
Yeah.
Work from home most of the time because there's no point on going into the office when we can do stuff like recruiting, budgets or things from the house.
Yeah.
We keep in touch with all the coaches, and any information that comes down from the athletic department, like I just send an email to the whole team about different things. So, and we try to keep working together in that sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you don't want to share it, that's fine. But a lot of people are coming about their opinion on whether the Olympics should be postponed or Olympic trials should be postponed. With you having a group of postgrads, a lot of whom are international, do you have an opinion on how they should handle that moving forward?
I think I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I believe that that it's the best way to postpone the games. I think this is what I told the team. This is about teamwork, and now the teamwork means the whole world, and we need to think about that. It's not about being selfish and I go out to the beach and I do this when it's not necessary. It's not necessary. Right now we can enjoy time with the family. You can enjoy time with people that otherwise we wouldn't have, and we should be lucky to have those moments. So if I look at the Olympics and I think about, okay, things get down, the numbers and all these, but you look at huge countries like India, like countries with a big population, that they're still far behind from us. Nobody's thinking about how that is going to affect the rest of the world in the next month. So then you think about, you have all this big population of people in Japan at the Olympic Village, and 5 people test positive. What are you going to do? You're going to isolate? Like a sport like us that we don't have any contact, we might be able to keep 6 feet in distance. But like you have wrestling, rugby, you have any sport that, you cannot, probably I wouldn't take massage therapists, I wouldn't take different people that have to touch other people.
Yeah.
So it will be pretty interesting. I have a theory of why they haven't postponed it yet, but I cannot say that.
Sure. Yeah.
Because people might get upset. But I think soon they'll postpone it. I think they're trying to figure out the logistics. And I think, I don't want that because I wouldn't want that to happen because you have postgrads, like the young guys, they have probably another Olympics,
Right.
but some of the postgrads might not be able to extend the postponement that they have on their jobs. I have people that they have postponed jobs. They're on like different situations that this might be the last chance that they have.
Yeah.
But I think we look at the positives of the negatives, and our positive thing is to keep everybody, this world together, and make sure that we come out of this in the best situation possible.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I agree with you. So were you, once you found out NCAAs were canceled, once the team kind of, or maybe before the team scattered, were you able to address the seniors whose last meet that would have been?
We had no seniors. One of the things about our good thing is that our men's ACCs, we only had one senior. So, and no one of our seniors qualified for the NCAAs. I think we had taken 9 people between divers and a couple of relays, but all of them are freshmen, sophomores, or juniors. So,
oh wow.
So for us, that's why I tell you that for us, it's very disappointing because we have juniors that it's the first time that they qualify individually, or we had walk-on kids that they qualify, but they're freshmen or sophomores, and for them to lose one opportunity, it's a huge deal because there's nothing for sure, and we don't know if next year they can make it. I think they will, no, but so that's. But it hasn't been like a big for us situation where we had to counsel people about you've lost an opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah.
So it has been pretty good, I think, for us, and we're probably one of the small lucky group of people that we're in that situation.
Yeah, no kidding. That's amazing.
Oh yeah.
So with this all this time at home, have you indulged in any hobbies, or have you found free time to do anything you wouldn't normally do?
I think normally when I have free time, I vegetate. I'm a big vegetable. I love to watch Netflix and things like that. I have my son and my daughter here at home. That's pretty rare for us to be together. So we really enjoy eating. I love eating, so we enjoy having lunch and dinner together and things like that. But besides that, more than anything, just trying to think about how to keep the postgrad group excited and think about the practices with once a day, one practice a day instead of maybe 2. Trying to keep positive with the family too. That our family never thinks negative in this sense. We're pretty positive. We just need to keep doing what we can do. But no, just not much. Enjoying. I'm very limited. I cannot go upstairs, and I have to live downstairs, and the way I have to clean myself, take a shower is interesting.
Right.
So that's been just a nice process.
Yeah. How is your recovery going? When do you go back to normal?
Well, with what happened to me, they said that probably I would be on a cast for 4 weeks to 6 weeks. But after 2 weeks, they did an X-ray. They saw that I was healed. And I think, honestly, yesterday they took the stitches out of my leg. And I think through this process, not even the break, the surgery, the hardest part has been taking the stitches out because it was so tight. They had to do so much stuff.
Okay.
But now I'm on a boot without putting weight on it. Still, I have kind of a little scooter for 2 weeks. But
Okay.
I can start moving my foot. I pronated and I do different ways, and so I feel pretty good about it. I think he said that in 2 weeks maybe I can start putting weight on my boot, and maybe soon I'll be running a marathon that I never thought that I could.
Yeah.
You never know, but
That sounds great.
how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. All things considered, I'm holed up in Austin, Texas. My girlfriend and I we're both working from home, trying to stay busy as much as possible.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's same thing. Kind of a lot of Netflix. I'm trying to read as much as I can. Get down on my reading list. So I mean, overall, it's been pretty good. I don't. So Austin, all restaurants and bars have shut down until May 1st, except for carry out. So we're getting carry out from my favorite Thai restaurant tonight, and so that's
Nice.
Friday night. Woo! So
I, Thai
what
food
is
is
it like?
always good.
Oh, it's this place is I love it. But what is it like where you're at in terms of just the town?
Uh, I haven't been in the town because I live in a small, very small town, farm town.
Okay.
Um, and I've only gone from the house to the pool.
Hmm.
My wife has gone to the supermarket to get food. She says that there's a lot of people sometimes and this and that, but it seems the flow seems pretty good. I think we're very lucky to be in an area that there's not that many people.
Hmm.
So like if I was able to walk, I think I see my diving coach Ron lives few houses down the road.
Okay.
There's not that many more people around here.
Yeah.
I think in the whole town, 300 people live in the whole town. So,
Oh wow.
so it's pretty quiet, and I'm not sure about Blacksburg or Christiansburg because I haven't been there. One of the things that I can say is that in the morning when we go and drive towards the pool on I-81, there's a lot of traffic, a lot of trucks moving.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh, that's good because of food supplies and all that stuff.
Hmm.
But there's a lot of movement with cars that I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I think probably after today, with New York telling people not to go anywhere in California, I think people might get more emails they might get to work more from home instead of having to travel if they can. So
Hmm.
I think that'll be good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, it's interesting. My dad works for UPS, and so they're like going crazy, or
Yeah.
just their businesses because everyone's ordering everything from online and trying to stay home as much as possible, just in
Sure.
general.
No, 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 and no, and I think nowadays you can see the trucks. There's so many more trucks. Like on
Yeah.
I-81 is pretty interesting with trucks anyway around here. It's
Hmm.
but I think now even in the mornings you see more more trucks than normal.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
but it doesn't seem like people are freaking out or you know. So
Yeah. So when you are going to the pool to coach the postgrads, just even like this week, are there workouts a little bit different than normal?
well, not really. Well, because we have the way I designed the season, we have 2 3 day cycles each
Hmm.
week, and we do even though if we do doubles, one of the doubles is conditioning or weights,
Okay.
and then right after that, we just work on stars turns or lactic work or whatever.
Hmm.
But the main practices, you can say there's 6 practices a week. They're very important,
Hmm.
and on Monday we do power speed. On Tuesday we do aerobic work, and on Wednesday we do race pace, and we repeat that.
Hmm.
Um, so it's been working pretty well. A couple of the days, the volume of the practice might be a little bit longer if we have time
Hmm.
because in swim in the morning. But I think one of the things that we talk about it is always like anything that you can do, if you do it with purpose and you believe in the process, it's
Yeah.
gonna work. The
Yep.
rest is so we're good.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Um, any closing thoughts you've got?
No, I think we just need to keep working together as a team everywhere in the United States and in the world,
Yeah.
and make the best out of every situation.
Mhm.
I think the older you get, you learn to appreciate your family more and certain things. And I think these moments for the young people, I would tell them embrace those moments because once this is over and you graduate and you get a real life, you might not be spending more time with your parents or with people that you really appreciate,
Mhm.
and you can create some good memories just by sitting and chatting. And
Yeah.
And I think that's important. Look always at the positives of the negatives, and whenever we pick up this thing again, we'll be good. So everybody will be good. I feel bad for the seniors who didn't get a chance to compete and from any team, and there's nothing you can do besides get the positive experiences. You're one of the best in the world because you qualify to one of the hardest meets in the world, and embrace that. That's the only thing that we can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
All right. Well, thanks a lot for your time, Sergio. Really appreciate it.
oh, thanks for getting me out of watching Trump and watching Netflix.
Absolutely.
You take it easy, okay?